Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Pyromancer here. This is going to be a pretty quick video. I'm not going to explain it. If you read the title, you know what's going on. There's a ton of data mine broadcast text that has been leaked through Wowhead. I'm not going to cover all of it, but I have pieced together some parts of it and tried to make a little bit of sense of some of this, and I've picked out some of the most interesting lines to me. Now, there's a lot that include the Tauren, Ebonhorn, Mulgore and all of that. I invite you to go and check that out, but currently it's still kind of clustered. We don't really know the exact order that things appear in, and so it's really hard to put it into an actual conversation. But I'm going to be going through a couple of these and just kind of doing a little bit of voice impression, reading to you some of these broadcast texts that we've been given, and then tying it into some of the things I've talked about and some other things that we have speculated on previously. So, I have some interesting ones from Nathanos, Blightcaller, Khadgar, Alleria and Turalyon, and Lorthamar Theron. Also, Lady Liadrin, technically, is present in a lot of these. However, I don't know exactly who is saying what line, so I will try to piece it together as best I can. Another big person in some of these is Thalisra, the leader of the Nightborn. So we're going to dive into that. But real quick, I want to talk about Khadgar because he's kind of the most disconnected from the rest of them. Khadgar has some lines here which read as follows. It seems our victory on Argus was a hollow one. With his final blow, Sargeras has done much more than bury his blade in the heart of our world. I had hoped that after a war against the Legion, the people of Azeroth would build a new future together. But now, the unity we forged has been shattered. As the life essence of Azeroth bleeds out, the leaders of the Alliance and Horde scramble to claim it as a resource. Blades are drawn, and the tides of war are rising once again. But I will not take up arms against heroes on either side, not after all we've been through. Instead, I will go to Karazhan and confer with my old mentor, Medivh. Perhaps somewhere in his ancient texts lies the knowledge needed to heal this world. I had best be going. Until we next meet, farewell, champion. Super interesting. It sounds like Khadgar is detaching himself from the situation. Khadgar went through all the shit with the Legion. Sounds like he's over it. He needs to go learn a little bit more through the libraries in Karazhan and through, sounds like Medivh, in order to move forward. So it sounds like Khadgar is trying to disconnect himself if he can from the situation. We'll see how well that works out. Now let's look into Alleria and Turalyon, because I know a lot of you are going to want to hear this. So, and I have this figured out who actually says what. So it says, Alleria's eyes drift from the statue's cold stone visage down to the plaque engraved with her epitaph. So they're standing at the Turalyon and Alleria statues right in front of Stormwind. Turalyon, it is unsettling to look upon these memorials to our passing. Alleria, indeed, sometimes I feel that I have already died twice. Once when we were presumed lost on Draenor, and again when gripped by the shadow of the fallen Naru. Perhaps death is the true legacy of the Windrunners. Turalyon says to her, You're anxious. You hide it well, but I know you. Alleria retorts, Like no other, my love. Turalyon, You don't have to go. You don't have to see her. Each of you has a path to follow. If the light wills that those paths intersect, they will. There's no need to force the hand of fate. Alleria finishes by replying, It is time, Turalyon. I must see my homeland again with my own eyes, and hear from Sylvanas how she could ever wear the mantle of War Chief. So, at this point, we know Alleria and Turalyon were currently in Stormwind. I want to point out something. At the hour of her third death, she will usher in our coming. Now, we're going to come back to that, but we've talked about Azeroth. I've talked about how Xal'atath has already mentioned a third death, and so the Void would see it as a fourth death if Azeroth were to die, theoretically, from what Sargeras has done. We, however, would consider it to be a third death, as we weren't around for whatever the Scouring was, as Xal'atath refers to it. Alleria does say here she has felt like she has died twice, and perhaps the Void has some way of knowing that. I don't know how Il'gynoth could possibly know, but there is also a character that is in the Datamine broadcast text called Ul'gynoth, and he is actually part of the assault on Mulgore by the Void. That is separate. I'm going to wait till that gets ironed out to talk about that. But very interesting. It could be Alleria. So, she does say that she wants to go and meet Sylvanas. She's prepared to do so. That is the plan. However, it seems that Alleria had some other things that she wanted to do first. Now let's skip to Nathanos Blightcaller, because I think there's some interesting things he says. Information has come to light crucial to the interests of the Horde. Information has come to light crucial to the interests of the Horde. That's a very strange sentence. It is imperative we remain a step ahead of our rivals. Meet me outside Gramash Hold. Keep this quiet, or the consequences will be swift and severe. Gallywix has operations underway in Silithus. Get there at once, and see if you see any alliance skulking about, make quick work of them. So Nathanos is aware of what Gallywix is doing in Silithus, which means that Nathanos, as he said, keep this quiet, or the consequences will be swift and severe. Sounds like Nathanos doesn't want other people knowing about what Gallywix is doing there. Nathanos, as I suggested, could be a part of that Desolate Council, and if the Desolate Council is in contact with Gallywix in Undercity, then they could have a plot alongside Rathian teaching them, the goblins, how to make said bomb, to actually bomb Teldrassil. At this point, Nathanos could actually be part of the plot line with that, assuming that my speculation is correct. But let's get to some of the most interesting between Lorthamar Theron, Lady Liadrin, Thalyssra, Alleria, etc. So this is in this is in the order of the conversation, but it's kind of hard to figure out who's saying what. So I'm going to just try my best here. So Lady Liadrin, champion, you are most welcome. As you can see, we have an unexpected visitor. Hello again, Liadrin, champion. Lorthamar, I am here concerning a matter that might be best addressed in private. This is Alleria that says that. I see no need to keep secrets from allies, Alleria. In fact, some new friends of ours are just arriving. That should be Lorthamar Theron, and this is as Thalyssra is arriving. First Arcanist Thalyssra and honored guests, welcome to Silvermoon. It is a pleasure to visit your fine city at last. Thank you for extending the invitation, Regent Lord. Please, call me Lorthamar, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce another guest. Lady Alleria Windrunner, a hero of Silvermoon's past. An unexpected honor, Lady Windrunner. Silgrin told me of your courage during the campaign on Argus. The honor is mine, First Arcanist. I do not mean to intrude upon your visit. Perhaps I should return another time. Nonsense. Whatever you came to say, you may say in front of our guests. As you wish. This is Alleria talking again. I came bearing an offer from High King Anduin. I had hoped your visit was motivated by a love for Silvermoon. Instead, you come at the behest of the Alliance's Boy King. How disappointing. Cutting words, Lorthamar. Are they yours, I wonder? Or has the dutiful ranger I knew become the mouthpiece of your war chief? This is Alleria talking. Back to Lorthamar. Lorthamar replies, You doubt my words? Yet how can we trust your own? Do you deny that the Lords of the Void whisper to you? Did you not surrender yourself to the shadows on Argus? It seems the offer I bring has been anticipated and spurned. Very well. Before I leave, I have one request. It has been 1,000 years since I set eyes upon the Sunwell. May I visit it once again? I advise against it. We cannot trust that she will not, whatever she has become. This is someone interjecting. Whatever she has become, Alleria is a daughter of Quel'Thalas. I will not deny her pilgrimage to our most sacred site. First Arcanist, you and your retinue would be welcome to join us. I would consider it an honor to see the Sunwell, Lorthamar, and I prefer that my friends call me Thalyssra. Romath, kindly open the way for us. Romath replies, Please, follow me. And then, when they get to the Sunwell, some shit goes down. The sense of power is palpable, as potent as the Nightwell, but of a different nature. This must be Thalyssra. The Sunwell was corrupted by our enemies, but Anaru's sacrifice purified its waters. Now the essence of the light sustains us. The Sunwell has changed, but its beauty remains. It has been so long. So that sequence there would be Thalyssra, Lor'themar, and then Alleria. Stay back! What is happening? This is why I demanded that Umbric and his radicals be exiled. Anyone who treats with the void is a danger to the Sunwell. Alleria would be the one saying, I did not intend for my presence to... Enough! We need to cleanse this corruption before the well is lost. Silgrim, Valtroy, aid the Regent Lord. After whatever happens at the Sunwell, sounds like maybe some void stuff with Alleria going on, maybe some stuff that wasn't anticipated. The Sunwell is secure. Your aid was invaluable, Thalyssra, and yours, champion. I believe this would be Lor'themar. Enough! You will leave at once, Alleria, accident or not. Your presence poses a danger to Quel'Thalas. Go back to Stormwind. Silvermoon is no longer your home. I regret you had to witness that exchange, Thalyssra. This is not how I planned your visit to unfold. The Horde offers that to you, First Arcanist. Join us. The gates of Silvermoon stand open to you. Excellent. Lady Liedrin, please return to Orgrimmar and tell the War Chief the good news. So that part right there is a little broken up, but it sounds like whatever happened, they're really mad at Alleria. They send her back to Stormwind. They're like, whatever you're doing, get out of here. And at that point, Lor'themar Theron says, join the Horde, Thalyssra. You were invaluable. Thank you so much. So this is going to be Lady Liedrin and First Arcanist going back to Sylvanas. War Chief Sylvanas Windrunner. This is First Arcanist Thalyssra of Suramar. In honor, War Chief. I have fought alongside both Lady Liedrin and the Regent Lord. Their courage is a credit to your Horde. Indeed, First Arcanist. The Horde embodies strength, determination, individuality, traits we Shal'Dorei value as well. It is time for the Nightborn to find allies among the kingdoms of Azeroth. If you will have us, we would be proud to pledge our forces to your cause. This is Thalyssra talking to Sylvanas. And continuing. For millennia, Suramar stood alone. This day, you become part of something greater. I accept your oath of service, Thalyssra. That's obviously Sylvanas. Suramar stands with the Horde. Okay. So, it sounds like, currently at this point, there's some shit going down. It doesn't sound like, to me, what has happened at Teldrassil, what is going to be happening at Teldrassil, this has not happened yet. So all of this stuff is still current to patch 7.3.5, because we know, as the WoW devs told us at BlizzCon, that when the cinematic for the Battle for Lordaeron ends, that's where we pick up. So that's where the expansion should start. Now, people have been saying, and there's a lot of evidence currently right now to suggest that we might actually be able to unlock some of the allied races prior to BFA, which I think would be cool. I don't know why people are so adamant and mad that that's an idea. You should be happy. That's good for you. But this would tell us that these events that we're reading about, this broadcast text that's part of the 7.3.5 patch, is stuff that will happen before Battle for Azeroth, because all this is taking place. There's no discussion of what Anduin has done at Lordaeron. There's no discussion of the potential framing of Sylvanas. We are not at that point yet. This is prior to that. So, if this all is true, Thalyssra by now is already pledging allegiance to the Horde. At that point, you have allied with that race, and you should be able to create that race. This, to me, tells us that this is something that we will get before Battle for Azeroth. And I hope that that's something that you're very excited about. I think that all this broadcast text opens up a lot of great speculation opportunities, some great lore opportunities, and I'm very excited to share this with you guys. I hope my voice acting there wasn't too terrible. It's kind of hard to be female. Voicing Sylvanas, Alleria, and the like. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment in the comment section down below if you feel that I earned it with this video. I tried kind of hard with the voices. And subscribe to my channel if you did enjoy this content. Make sure you check out my Twitter, my Twitch page, and you join our wonderful Discord. We have a lot of great people over in our Discord. I'll have a link to that in the description below. You're more than welcome to come and join, and we do quite often chill out and hang with each other in the voice chat channels. But until next time, you guys, I love you guys very much. You guys are awesome. Stay that way, and until next time, I will see you guys. Peace.